Alright, so it has been a year since I got my Toyota Raze from Toyota Makati. And ayun, let's go with my thoughts on this unit kasi I'm a first time car owner. I've used to drive yung car ng parents ko before. Nasanay ako sa Altis, nasanay din ako sa Chevy Trailblazer. And this is my first legit car na talagang binabayaran ko buwan-buwan, and I'm really proud of what I've achieved so far. Pero ayun, let's give my thoughts sa aking Toyota Raze. And sa mga nagsasabing starter vehicle ang Toyota Raze, it's very helpful and very beginner friendly siya. Medyo naka-idiot proof din kasi may mga parking sensors sa front tsaka sa back, and may mga proximity sensors din sa gilid, and it's super helpful kapag sa daily driving ko, lalo na sa Manila, sa NLEX, doon ako madalas na travel. So super helpful, and I really like the technology that they put behind it, and including na may Apple CarPlay siya. Pero ayun, so advantages no sa Toyota Raze na napansin ko so far is matipid siya sa gas in a way. Like kapag nagpapa-full tank ako, umabot ako ng almost 1.8 1.9 depende kung how long my tank is, and it's good for approximately 400 kilometers. So ano na siya, parang Manila to Pangasinan and balikan, kaya niyang full tank doon. So pero nababasa ko kasi sa mga Toyota Race group na mas tipid daw yung G and yung E model. Yung sa akin kasi is naka-turbo model ako. So if you're looking for a more fuel efficient car, I suggest you explore your options sa G or E model. Yan, kasi yung turbo medyo malakas siya sa gas as per my testing. Pro siguro ng Toyota Race turbo model in specific is yung binayaran ko talaga na extra dito is yung manual mode niya. And super helpful siya, especially yung kapag kunyari gusto mong mag-overtake, alanganin yung pag-incline ganun, you can always draw more power if you're gonna use the paddle shifters or yung manual mode. It's not something that I use every day. I use it sparingly kasi I've read some articles or videos na it's gonna affect their transmission in the long run kapag lagi mo ginagamit yung paddle shifters. Pro siguro, it's really compact. Alam mo, I was supposed to get yung Suzuki Espresso, pero yung Espresso kasi masyado siyang maliit for me, and usually ako lang naman tsaka si Gia yung sakay dito and yung mga bunnies ko, so I think masyado maliit yung Espresso for that. So ito, tama lang. At least hindi ako naka super full size or mid size na SUV, and tama lang yung size ng Raze for me. And you can park it sa kahit sa mga masisikip na na pwesto, like kahit dalawang pickup trucks or dalawang full size SUVs yung katabi mo, hindi ka alanganin na mag-park. Tsaka very distinct, like kitang kita mo around the parking lot kung nasaan ka talaga nakapark kasi medyo matingkad yung kulay nito. And I opted for yung pearl white model, as in full white siya. May isang variant na pwede mo siya ipa-black top, pero additional ata yun. So ito lang yung tsaka mas gusto ko yung white kasi okay na yung all white, diba? And may science behind it. So white roof, mas reflective yung heat isa pa black, it's gonna absorb more. So yun. Advantage din siguro is, siguro for me, hindi mabigat yung down. Mabigat yung down, pero yung monthly ko is sakto lang. Pero I'm sure there are cheaper economical cars out there. Pero I wanted my first car to be as premium and affordable as possible. It's very easy to use. It's very idiot proof. Even my dad had the chance to drive this. Nadadala naman siya. And one of my friends had tried to drive yung car ko. So this is good naman. Pero never ako naging passenger person sa sarili kong car. So yan, recap. So madali park, fuel economical siya. Tsaka for me, hindi siya hirap kahit full capacity siya. May one time na 5 kami dito. So hindi siya hirap kahit sa bundok kami dumaan. So never underestimate the power of the Raze kahit maliit siya. And yun na nakitang pros eh. I mean, it's easy to use naman, and madali naman magbasa ng user guide. So karamihan naman ng questions is masasagot doon. Like, it's a good starter car. I have no complaints whatsoever sa car ko. Siguro napansin ko lang sa, sige, let's go with disadvantages na. Disadvantage siguro, kasi if you're expecting for economical car, there's gonna be some flaws to it. Like, may mga nagsasabi may mga onting chipping daw sa sa dashboard nito, pero wala naman napapansin medyo perfectionist pa naman ako, so I don't see any glaring issues naman sa appearances sa loob or sa labas. Yung steering wheel, umuungal siya minsan kapag na-timingan mo, parang gumaganon siya. I don't know. Hindi ko siya ma-replicate sa casa, so hindi nila ma-check kung tumutunog ba talaga siya or what. Ang dami din mga people na nagko-complain na ma-vibrate daw yung race. I mean, it's natural for all cars to vibrate. I don't see any major issues naman with that. Nagsasabi din is medyo rinig daw sa labas. Like, yung noise level daw sa labas is maririnig mo. Malamang. Kasi you're supposed to hear what's the ambient and the traffic noise outside para marinig mo. Kung wala kang marinig sa labas, it's gonna affect your driving, kasi visual and hearing dapat yung mo, guide mo when you're driving na. Siguro hirap lang mag-schedule ng booking sa PMS sa mga Toyota branch, kasi laging 1 week advance and medyo last minute kasi ako nagbo-book. Pero sa akin yun, medyo matagal din magpa PMS mismo. Siguro yung pinakamabilis na is 2 hours. Minsan nakabot ako ng 3 or 4 hours. So nasa service center na yan. Disadvantage, medyo madali siyang ma-scratch, like yung sa door handles niya, kasi hindi siya chrome metal-ish, like parang medyo plasticky siya. So kahit pagasgasan mo lang ng konti ng susi or what, parang ang daling mag-scratches. Pero never ko na-recall na nagasgas ko yung door handles. I don't know how, baka sa mga bato sa daan, pero medyo siya, prone to scratches siya. Ano pa? Disadvantage siguro yung arm's length na lang nasa windows. Like, kapag hands free, lagi yung rear windows yung nabubuksan ko. So, may lang ata yung arm ko. So, I have to move my fingers a little bit forward. Ay, ito pa, yung busina. Yung busina sobrang bitin. Like, kapag nagbusina ka, sobrang hindi siya nakaka-alarm. Like, parang matinig yung boses niya, parang kapag nagbusina ka, parang cute. Hindi ka matatakot kasi kunyari kung may makasabay kang medyo barumbado mag-drive, hindi sila matatakot sa like minsan matatawa pa nga sila. So matinig yung busina niya. So I'm planning to replace yung busina ko soon to a more louder horn. Siguro yung Mitsuba. Gusto ko yung Mitsuba Dolce. Ayoko yung yung Bosch Europa, masyadong yun, mainstream yun. Gusto ko yung parang busina ng truck or ng tren, yung Mitsuba Dolce. Ayun. Siguro sa likod medyo flimsy yung yung nilalagay sa compartment, yung parang pantakip dun sa sa rear storage niya. Parang na-fold, tapos pwede mo siya ilagay sa sa gitna. Medyo flimsy siya, ang hirap gamitin, ang hirap din fold, pero sa akin yun. Rear view camera, medyo nag-flicker siya. Siguro dahil medyo 1 year na yung car ko, pero I'm guessing medyo loose na yung connection niya. So I might need to check that sa PMS. If ever pala na need yun na dashcam, I recommend yung DDPi Z40. It is a very helpful dashcam. Meron siyang front and back point of view, and USB connection lang siya. Hindi mo na siya kailangan i-plug i-splice sa electronics, so hindi mo void yung electrical warranty mo. And ang ganda yung quality niya kahit sa kahit sa gabi. Like kitang-kita mo yung footage na malinaw. Ayun. Ito pa rin link para dun sa sa dashcam. Let's see, ano pa yung mga disadvantages dito. Yun lang wala akong nakitang flaws Like, it's already the perfect starter car for me. I've seen people putting garnishes sa race nila. I don't like it. Kasi Toyota Raze is already a rebadged Daihatsu, and it's designed by the Japanese, and the Japanese are known for their practicality and minimalism. And if you're gonna add additional garnishes, it's gonna make it look tacky, and it's gonna make it look like uh for me, it's disrespect to their design, kasi this is already the pinnacle of the design of the Raze. So adding additional accessories, medyo nakakaano siya. Siguro yung accessories na nilagay ko dito yung steering cover, kasi medyo malamig yung steering cover niya, ay yung default. Tsaka ayoko lang na mag-greasy yung original steering cover nito. That's it. That's the only accessories that I put on the vehicle. Meron siyang abang for charging dito sa may center console dito sa may ilalim, pero aftermarket na yun. Tsaka I think kailangan natin ng splicing doon, so di mo na ako nagpalagay. Tsaka wala naman ako madalas na na rear passengers. What else? I'm also 5'1", so yung ceiling height nito is tama lang sa akin. So if you're gonna be a little bit taller, baka lang alanganin yung headroom sa'yo. Ano pa disadvantages nito? Wala eh. Yun na naman eh. Super smooth naman yung ride. Hindi ko nararamdaman yung yung hirap kapag magdadrive ka nito. Pero papansin ko medyo medyo nag-start na siya mag-rattle if medyo high speed. So kapag medyo nampas ka ng 100, follow the speed limits. Only use it sparingly kapag kunyari ka naman mag-overtake, pero always follow the speed limits. Pero yan, medyo nag-rattle siya. So wag mong gamitin pang racing ang Raze. So it's really an everyday car. So if you really need a car na pang point A to point B, this is already perfect for you. And it's good for city driving na rin, and for provincial driving. It's very easy to use. Mataas yung ground clearance niya, hindi naman nagagasgas yung ilalim nito. And I've seeing a lot of owners din na who put yung engine undercover. Siguro dagdag protection na rin siya, pero at the same time siguro ginawa ng Toyota yan by design. I think si Real Ryan and yung mga ibang people sa mga Toyota race groups, ang minimension na nila is nasa sa'yo na yun kung how you would install the engine undercover. Pero sa akin personally hindi, kasi airflow needed, tsaka wala namang masyadong mga stray animals sa may area ko, so at least I don't have to worry about that. Ayun. Siguro sa washer fluid, funny story ba sa washer fluid, kasi napabili ako ng 5 na washer fluid sa kasa, kasi it's the cheapest thing na nandun, and hindi kasi sila tumatanggap ng GCash, and yung bank transfer is lagi nagre-reversal. So yung minimum amount para makagamit ka ng card is 500. So napilitan ako bumili ng 5 washer fluid. It's the dumbest thing I did, kasi it's the only cheapest accessory na nandun sa kasa. Pero again, at least may 1.5 year supply ako ng washer fluid. The car still has that new car smell. Daw, I mean, napapansin doon ng mga masakay dito sa car ko. And hindi ko napansin kasi mas 1 year ko na ito gamit. Marami na naglalagay ng mga air fresheners dito sa may center aircon. I strongly against no, kasi diyan nag-sustain yung yung plastic part ng ng dashboard. Yun na naman. So far naka 10k kilometers na ako. So yay, more adventures to come. And ayun po. That is my thoughts on the Toyota Raze. So kung may questions po kayo, if you're considering the Toyota Raze, feel free to ask lang. And if Toyota Raze owners kung Toyota Raze owner ka, and kung may mga napansin kang mga issues, let me know then sa comments, para baka lang may mga na-skip ako na parts. Pero ayun, I also have this mini Toyota Raze na galing sa sa Tomica or Tomy. Sobrang rare na makahanap na nito. Like in-order ko pa nito sa Indonesia pa. I thought masascam ako kasi first time ko mag-order sa Indonesia. Pero ayun, dumating. It's like a mini Raze, di ba? So pag inalog ko to, alog din yung car, parang ayun po. Yun. So And thank you and have a great evening po, mga kababayan.